Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, May 12th, 2025. I am Fredicia Liebert. The Society of Trust and Estate Practitioners STEP Caribbean Conference 2025 will see the launch of Nevis Finance, a new agency within the NIA's Ministry of Finance. That is according to legal advisor in the Nevis Island Administration, Helen Lewis, who is also the chairman of STEP Nevis.
Nevis Finance will mirror the kinds of organizations that promote our competitor jurisdictions. Cayman has their Cayman Finance, Bahamas has, BVI has. Nevis has been waiting for the right opportunity to launch our own marketing-focused entity that is called Nevis Finance. So we will release the website and hope that we can make some mileage out of that at the conference. Nevis Finance will be focused entirely on the marketing of financial services. Of course, we have other marketing entities, but which market other aspects of the Nevis products. Nevis Financial Services, like the financial services in our competitor jurisdictions, needs to be focused on what we offer. Our unique offering as Financial Services International Finance Center would be promoted as trusts, companies, partnerships, and the full gamut of what our legislative framework offers to high net worths and their advisors.
The island of Nevis boasts of an innovative and pragmatic financial services sector, renowned for providing high-quality services to international clients in the areas of trust, corporate services, insurance, and banking. Hosted by STEP Nevis, the STEP Caribbean Conference 2025 will take place from May 14th to 16th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort and Royal Beach Casino. Meantime, the Ministry of Finance in the Nevis Island Administration is inviting eligible candidates to apply for the role of Director of Nevis Finance. The NIA is desirous of enhancing the visibility of Nevis's financial services sector by establishing Nevis Finance, an agency within the Ministry of Finance responsible for the comprehensive marketing of the island as an international financial services hub. The ministry is, therefore, seeking an experienced individual to lead the agency through effective stakeholder engagement and the development and execution of a proactive marketing plan. Qualifications include a bachelor's degree in finance, marketing, business administration, or a related field, at least 5 years experience working at supervisory level, especially in the financial services or marketing sector, and experience in working with the regulatory frameworks in the finance services sector. Applicants must forward their letters of interest, curriculum vitae, certificates of qualifications, and a completed employment application form by May 26th, 2025 to Mr. Kevin Barrett, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Human Resources, Nevis Island Administration, Social Security Building, Pinnis Industrial Site, or email applications to hrd@niagovkn.com. Still to come.
The feedback has been tremendous. We've had over 4,000 views so far on YouTube. We had 350 people come to the premiere screening at NEPAC.
The details after this break.
I am Kevin Barrett, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration. I am grateful to the architects of the Nevis International Financial Services industry. This industry has created significant opportunities for our people to develop skills and competencies that allow them to efficiently and effectively deal with our international clients. We are proud of the great strides that our island has made in banking, insurance, trust services, and regulatory administration. We now look forward to our thought leaders of the next generation who are pursuing qualifications in this very vital industry on Nevis.
Welcome back.
We are going to have a very important event for businesses. It is a training workshop. And this will also speak to our theme, tourism and sustainable transformation. As we're looking forward to, raising the bar, as we may say that, and ensuring that our businesses are operating with competitive advantages and that we are embracing best practices and stand out regionally and internationally.
Product Development Manager in the Ministry of Tourism, Vanessa Webb, speaking about the Entrepreneurship Training Workshop, which the Ministry will host on May 21st as part of the Tourism Awareness Month of activities. Webb was speaking during the Ministry of Tourism's press conference on April 25th. She gave further details about the workshop.
We will have dynamic presenters there. Our entrepreneurship training workshop is designed to equip local tourism stakeholders with the knowledge, strategies, and tools needed to succeed in a rapidly evolving industry. And we certainly will be honored to have our featured presenters for the workshop. The 3 topics that will be covered are sustainable practices for competitive advantages. That's number 1. Number 2, building brand awareness and social media strategy. And number 3, e-commerce and digital payments.
Webb also spoke to the advantages of the workshop.
We want to invite the businesses to see this as an opportunity to help your workers to grow and to develop, and also to be, for all of us to be on the cutting edge of what is happening. We are charging a very small registration fee, and most of it is going to lunch, really. It's only $80 EC. We don't want to miss out on registering for the Entrepreneurship Training Workshop. We are looking forward to hosting this workshop and to have on board employees from all the various tourism enterprises in Nevis, as well as other enterprises, because we say tourism touches everyone. First come, first serve, and we want to ensure that everyone benefits.
The deadline for registration for the Entrepreneurship Training Workshop is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. For more information, contact the Ministry of Tourism at 469-5521. Nevis Television NTV will present 2 opportunities to view a film produced on the island. Stone and Spirit, the Colonial Churches of Nevis, is a documentary which delves into the rich history of Nevis's early colonial churches and their profound influence on the island's cultural and social evolution. It explores the arrival of English settlers, the establishment of Anglican churches, and the role of enslaved Africans, Jewish merchants, and Methodist missionaries in shaping religious life. The documentary, written by executive producer Edward Annunziato and directed by Blair Stewart, offers an insightful look on how Nevis's religious foundations continue to shape its identity today.
The main things we were hoping to achieve was to provide really an accessible historical record, because much of the history here is in archives, it's in long papers. It's great for students of history that want to spend a tremendous of time. I've read 15 books. I spent 3 months reading the history, but most people won't do that. So we wanted to make something that was of a length and a size that students, high school students and tourists would, and lay people who don't want to spend a lot of time in the library would enjoy, would look at, and would appreciate. So it was really for education. It's purely a charitable endeavor. We made it as a gift for the Historical Society for them to use in the museum. We're hopeful that they will promote it in the schools and it will be used in the schools. and also hopefully the churches will use it as well and promote it in the church community, you know, to glorify the history of what these churches mean to the island. Obviously, religion on this island is of paramount importance, and the churches are, you know, the edifice to that.
Archdeacon Isaiah Phillip of the Anglican Church, local author and member of the Methodist Church Hansel Manners, and historian Leonard Stapleton were approached by Annunziato for their input, and all became instrumental in the making of the film.
I'm also a student of history and have, as I said, done some work on that. My first area of study at the University of the West Indies was history and economics. And when I left there, my first job was teaching, and I have taught Caribbean history at both the Charlestown Secondary School and at the Bastia High School. So, in a way, we have formed a good team because we have all been interested in history. So, getting in tune with the whole project was not difficult. The Methodist Church has had a long history in the Caribbean as well as in Nevis, and I thought it was a great opportunity to hear the story told in one document. And we have done work on bits and pieces of our history, but getting it into one electronic document to be shared among all our peoples, including Methodists, I thought, and my own community, my church community, thought it was a great opportunity. And so we quickly agreed that we should participate.
I taught Caribbean history, and so I've always had an interest in history. And the history of the church, because I operate in the church, is something that I do a lot of work on myself. And so once Ed provided the kind of framework that he was looking, it was just to pick up some of my old lectures and some of my old, you know, material that I had used in teaching and education and so on, and brush up on it and make sure that thing. And I was really, you know, sort of touched and encouraged by the fact that Ed, you know, in a way, a stranger to us, had come and done so much work on our history, you know, that's a big interest to have done so much. And, you know, in terms of the questions and so on, it was obvious that he had done the work and so. And I was very pleased that I'd be able to, he had done so much, and he was able to come to us in the local setting, and we were able to support what he was doing, you know, in a very real way. I'm glad he found me because, you know, I figure that, you know, based on my own interests, which sort of, you know, coalesce with that of his in history and so on, that we were able to do a great thing together.
Stone and Spirit, narrated by Winston Crook, will air at 8 p.m. on Monday 12th and Tuesday 13th May on NTV. The film can also be viewed via YouTube since its premiere screening on April 19th. It has received more than 4,300 views. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Felicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.